What's up, guys? Monke AU here for my new UFC Fight Night Abu Dhabi prediction video. I'm going to talk about the main event. I'm not going to talk about the prelims. Anyway, first fight: Joel Alvarez versus Elves Brenner. Prediction is that I honestly have no idea. Call me a casual. I haven't really seen either one of these guys fight. I saw a meme about Elvis's hairline one time though. Other than that though, I did see on Instagram that these guys have some gnarly highlights. So I'm hoping for a good scrap so that these guys can really put themselves on the map. I don't even know what division this is. I'm pretty sure they're not ranked, but I hope they can really get some traction, and I hope they put on a good fight. Next fight: Mackenzie Dern versus Lupi Godinez. First off, what an unfortunate name, Loopy. But yeah, let's be honest, the viewers are the winners. On a serious note, though, I think Loopy's probably going to win this because Mackenzie Dern, she's lost her last two fights. She just powers forward and just swings the hands, and as long as the other person can get out the way, there's really not going to be that much of an issue. But again, I don't know the skill level of Loopy, so who knows? But I'm secretly rooting for Mackenzie. Anyway, next fight, the first fight that is actually really important in my mind: Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chiesa. I am praying for a Tony Ferguson win. I'm praying. In case you guys don't know, Tony Ferguson is my favorite fighter of all time. I think that he was one of the greatest lightweights, and call me delusional, I think he would have beat Khabib. I think he's got that dog in him. The chin may be gone nowadays, and he does look pretty slow, all things considered. But then again, Michael Chiesa is a pretty low level fighter, let's be honest. And particularly, he's very submissible. You can tap him any day of the week, bro. He's been tapped four times by big names, and the whole thing is that he's susceptible to a Darce choke, which is Tony's go-to move. I could see a world that it goes to the ground and somehow Tony pulls out that win. I hope he can get the sub. I think the odds are actually way worse than what they should be. And also, I don't think Tony is going to be nearly as bad in this fight as others because number one, welterweight, which he's taking the time to get to properly, that's going to play into his advantage. And he's introduced sparring back into his routine, which will be great. I hope he can really get this win. And I'm going to put some money on Tony because if he does win, I'll be so happy, and that's also easy money. Next fight: Marlon Vera versus Davison Figueiredo. I predict Davison Figueiredo to win this by decision because in his last fight against at 300 against Cody Garbrandt, he really put the pace on Cody. I was really impressed, frankly, because Davison, ever since he's moved up from flyweight, he's been doing really well. I'm pretty sure he's undefeated at bantamweight, and I think he can keep this energy up. His striking is really solid, and obviously his submission game is pretty solid. And here's the thing with Marlon Vera: that you're not going to be able to knock him out, right? And I think he would be able to get out of most submissions. So I see him slowly, or not slowly. I see this being a competitive fight by all means, but I think Davidson's going to keep the pace on him, keep him at a distance, tap, win the rounds. I'm calling a 30-27 if this is 3 rounds, which I'm pretty sure it is. But still, banger co-main for a great fight night. And in case you guys, obviously, in case this hasn't been pointed out to you guys, this is going to be a great fight night. This may as well be a pay-per-view, frankly, but it's just incredible. Next fight: Sharabullet Magomedov versus Mikhail something Polish. I predict Sharabullet by round 2 KO. Now, Michael, I'm pretty sure I saw a thing where he was saying it was something along the lines of that he's actually not training that hard for this fight, or that this might be his last fight on his contract. I don't know, but the point is that made me lose a lot of faith in him. Again, in Michael's fight against Kevin Holland, he had a pretty good start. I'm pretty sure he wobbled Kevin, hit him with a beautiful punch that dropped him, but he's just susceptible to submissions. Now, whether Sharo Magomedov actually has a submission game, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's won all his fights by knockout. So I think he's going to continue this trend. I think he's going to get a knockout. And I'm just glad that he's got the opportunity to build more wins on his career because he's an interesting character, man. I mean, a one-eyed ginger pirate. That's great. That's exactly what the UFC needs. And he's an exciting Dagestani. He's not a boring decision merchant like Muhammad Makayev. He's exciting. He's got knockouts. I think in his last fight, he didn't look that great because I think he went 3 rounds. I take that back. I actually don't know. But still, shower bullet by round 2 KO. Main event: Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. I'm actually not too sure about this anymore. I think Corey by decision because the thing with Corey is that not only does he have the dynamic striking, which he can mix up, is that he's also actually a solid wrestler, right? Because that was shown in his last fight against I can't remember who it was, but he torn his tricep, so it showcased his wrestling because, you know, he can't really throw that hand anymore if his tricep's gone. But then again, Umar Nurmagomedov, very impressive striking, very dynamic striking, exciting for a Dagestani. Frankly, I kind of like Umar. I think he's a cool guy. I don't think he's arrogant, which, you know, a lot of these Dagestanis are pretty unlikable, but I like Umar. You know, he seems humble, he respects the game. He seems like a cool dude, and also his striking's dynamic. And obviously, since he's Dagestani, he's got great wrestling. Now, I'm pretty sure he's also been training with Khabib, so he's going to have that Khabib blueprint, which, as we've previously seen, and I called, by the way, Bilal Muhammad was able to utilize that blueprint to beat Leon Edwards decisively. I think we could see that. However, Corey Sandhagen, he's been saying that he wants to be the guy to defeat the Dagestani method. He wants to show that these guys are human, you know? Now, in my opinion, he doesn't really need to do all this because people have already shown that this is possible, right? I mean, Volkanovski, in his first fight against Islam, showed that Islam's human, right? Because before that, Islam tapped Charles, and in my mind, I thought it was unbeatable. Unbeatable. But then Volk took 2 solid rounds off him, or at least 1 solid round. Still, I think this is going to be a close fight. I really hope this isn't a snooze fest. I want Umar to build some stock. I want Corey to build some stock. And also, this is going to be for the #1 contender fight for the bantamweight belt. Now, a fight which I would love to see is Corey Sandhagen versus Sean O'Malley. And frankly, I wouldn't mind seeing Umar versus O'Malley. I just hope that O'Malley wins his title fight so he can fight either one of these guys. Still, since both of these guys are strikers and they have the wrestling, I hope they keep it on the feet. I think they're saying they're going to keep it on the feet, but they've got the ability to take the wrestling if they want to. Still, I think I'm barely going to go Corey by decision, but I wouldn't bet on this. Frankly, call me delusional. The only thing I'd really bet on is Tony Ferguson winning by sub. Because I don't know, it seems like if you put $10 on the sub, it's gonna be like what, maybe 10 to 1. That's $90 you can win if he does it, which I think there's a reasonable chance he could. But yeah, that does it for my UFC predictions for Fight Night in Abu Dhabi. I'm excited for UFC 305, which is going to be coming out soon. I'm going to drop a prediction video on that. I'm going to be there in real life, so I'm going to be able to drop some footage. I'm going to upload more videos with some kind of different topics. I'm not going to look at the next week's Fight Night because it's against Spivak and Tybura, bro. No one wants to watch 2 blobs. No one wants to see Aspinall's kids fight. But yeah, drop a like, drop a sub. Thanks guys for all the support. I'll see you guys in the next video.